I didn't know what I was doing. Hello everyone and welcome to a subscriber recommended video. Yeah. Yes, that's right, Nigel got in touch wanting me to try calligraphy, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because my handwriting is absolutely atrocious. I have the worst handwriting ever, but I've bought myself a little kit, this calligraphy pen set, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able, I don't know, to improve my handwriting, I suppose. That's what calligraphy is, isn't it? It's like cursive writing. Oh, this is going to be awful. I'm going to be terrible at it. I'll forewarn you now, I'm going to be absolutely awful at this because I still write in capital letters. Sometimes I'll write a sentence, I can't even read what it says.
Baked on a buttery, crispy crust.
Jack, flaky.
I thought I said flaky.
Baked in a oops.
Okay, so I've got this little kit here. It's by Mont Marte. Mont Marte? I don't know. Not sponsored or anything like that. I just bought it on Amazon. But it looks like a pretty decent kit. Hopefully it's going to have everything in that I need. Oh, well, it already says on the box. It says this calligraphy set comes with everything you need to create a range of lettering styles. The 5 traditional nibs included are ideal for Roman round hand, Italic, Gothic, uncial, I'm not sure.
Baked in a buttery, crispy flake.
And more. Plus, grow your skills with the introduction and exercise books inside. Right, so let's get into it, see what it's like. Ooh. This is fancy. It comes in like a nice little tin. Like, how nice is that? That's fancy. I like fancy stuff. How much did this cost us? So this cost me just short of £20, which I think is, I don't know, I don't think it's too expensive, but I also don't think it's like a bargain. I think it's slap bang in the middle. I've got nothing really to compare it to though. Ooh, oh, this is fancy. It's also, believe it or not, overwhelming. I've opened that up and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Right, so we've got, oh shite. I can't lift it up too much, but we've got all of that stuff in. Then we have an introduction booklet and an exercise book. That's a nice tin, that. I'll keep that. So this exercise book is just some weird lined paper. That's very unusual. I don't think I've ever seen paper like that. It's kind of checkers, but also on like a slant. I don't understand why. So in this little booklet, it's given us a little bit of history about calligraphy. And apparently there's 3 types of calligraphy. Western or Roman, Arabic, and Chinese or Oriental. And they all go like way far back. They're talking about like Latin script, which appeared around 600 BC. And I believe that's before Christ. So that's a very long time ago. The Chinese characters can be retraced to 4000 BC, so even older. Bloody hell. I'm not gonna lie, this looks very stressful. Who knew explaining just about like writing would be quite stressful, but it's getting me quite anxious. Talking about the angles, the strokes, the spacing, the letter height. Oh, there's so much involved. I don't feel any of the wiser if I'm completely honest with you. The thing is though, on here it's saying to hold your pen between 30 and 45 degrees, and you have to do that to achieve a beautiful thick and thin style of letter. But who knows what a 30 to 45 degree angle is when you're holding a pen. You just hold it. I suppose it's on its slant. It tells you what your pen angle is there, but there's no way I'd be able to write and keep it between 30 to 45 degrees. My hand doesn't have a built-in ruler. Would it need a ruler? No, it would need a protractor. I don't know, it would need some sort of maths thing. Ew! Calligraphy is not the same as writing, apparently. Each letter of the alphabet is formed 1 stroke at a time. The pen is never pushed. Remember, calligraphy achieves its look by the angle of the pen and not the amount of pressure oh, I struggled at the end there.
Flaky!
Pressure applied. There were too many P's. And then spacing is another important thing, apparently. The space between letters is almost as important as the actual letters. Good spacing creates a visually balanced piece of work. There should be no dark or light sections. And then the height of the letter as well. You know what, I'm just gonna try and practice. So it's giving us some letters here. I, for some reason, thought calligraphy was all about kind of cursive, very fluid, motion kind of handwriting, and it's not. It's taking it 1 letter at a time, apparently, according to this. Each letter of the alphabet is formed 1 stroke at a time. I suppose them strokes could be joined. I don't know. Right, I'm just going to practice because there's some letters on the back here. They've all got numbers, so I assume the numbers are the way in which you draw it. Who knew writing letters and writing words would be so, not necessarily confusing, but so technical? That's the word, technical. It feels very technical. And it's quite shocking, actually. Right, let me try and set a pen up. So we would call these fountain pens. I don't think they call them fountain pens. I used to have a fountain pen, and it was terrible. My writing was absolutely atrocious with it. These feel like nice pens, to be fair. There's lots of different sized with nibs. So we screw this off, and then I assume these are your inks. Oh, this is the ink pump, but what does that do? The instructions are surprisingly limited on this, but never mind. Oh, it does tell me what I'm supposed to do. I just didn't read the instructions. Right, now I can start trying to make some letters. Okay, I'm gonna try and go for this here. Oh. This ink's yellow. I didn't realise they were all different coloured inks. Obviously the cartridges are different colours, but I didn't realise the ink was different colour and the ink's yellow. I didn't want yellow, I just want black. I'll put you back and I want a black one. I'm just trying to get used to the pen, that's why I'm just practising a little bit. I assume this would be kind of like a 30 to 45 degree angle. So I've had my little practice, let's try and do some letters. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. My lines are all the same. I'm going to change the little nib out. I don't think that's the right nib for what I'm trying. I need like a flatter one. Okay, yeah, this nib's a little bit better than the last one. You can kind of already see that's with the like flatter nib. This was with the kind of normal pointy nib. But as you can see, I'm not very good. This is what it's supposed to be looking like. And the thing is as well, with calligraphy, people actually do this for fun, you know. Like it must take them forever to write anything. When I'm writing something, I just want to like quickly get it all down. I suppose calligraphy's not an information thing though, is it? It's like an aesthetic thing and like an art thing. You're not going to make notes in calligraphy, are you? Well, I suppose you could. It depends how good you are. I'm still not getting the hang of it though. I feel like it doesn't matter what I do, my writing looks the same. With my calligraphy, it feels very forced. It feels like I'm trying to imitate what's on there, whereas theirs looks very natural. But also theirs isn't written. That's not handwritten, that's typed. So I feel like I'm trying to recreate a typed text, which I don't think's very fair. I think that's setting us up for failure. Oh, that little line I did there was actually quite good. No, I ruined it. I ruined it on the last bit. The H started to go well and then it got away from us. I also can't write small. My letters are very big. I don't think you can write small with calligraphy. I think you would have to do quite large letters in order to get all the curves and flicks and stuff in it, but I think what helps with it is very kind of fast motions. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily think about it. It's just supposed to happen. So there's kind of the comparison. This is obviously what I was trying to recreate, and this is what I got. And I can tell that's my handwriting. It's weird, isn't it, when you draw something, even if it's just a letter or a word, or like a little doodle or anything, you have a very specific style, and I can tell that's my writing. If this was amongst loads of other bits of paper, and everyone did exactly the same, I'd be able to pick which one mine was, based on my handwriting. Based on my crap handwriting, I'd be able to pick which one's mine. Some of the letters I did okay. I think that W looks quite nice. And then that's it. Okay, so now I've had a little bit of practice. I'm going to try and write a word in a calligraphy style. I'm going to try and do it without looking at the actual text and see if that helps. Oh, I got distracted. No, that C was all wrong. Maybe I could make my own text up with calligraphy. So yeah, like what I've made, I don't think that's like a dedicated text. So they were talking about like Times New Roman and stuff. And I don't find it very fun to kind of recreate a text that's already out there, because why? What's the point? So I've made my own. And I like that. I like the C. I really enjoy the C. And I think that's fun. I'm not sure whether you would call it calligraphy or not. I've just realised it's all flipped on camera. I might have to flip it back the other way so you can actually see. Is it upside down? No, it's not. It's just confusing us there. I suppose it's like looking in a mirror, isn't it? So it's reversed. Does it look reversed down here? It does look reversed down here. Does it look reversed upside down? I don't know. I'm getting confused. But yeah, I kind of like that text. Let me try another nib and see if that changes my handwriting at all. I'll go for a slightly smaller one. See, I went a bit more fun with that one and I did like a little squiggle on the Y. Why did I do that?
Because it's fun.
I don't know, I quite like the feel of calligraphy and pens and stuff, but it's never something that's really interested us. Like, it's alright, but I don't think I would ever take up calligraphy or try calligraphy again. I think it's nice if you're gonna do like very fancy lettering for like wedding invites or party invites or something, but day-to-day writing, you're not gonna use calligraphy, are you? Or are you? Do people calligraphy for just every like day-to-day use? They can't do. Who's got the time? Who's got the time to do the flicks and everything? happen. I know. I can't see that happening. So I think that does it for me experimenting with calligraphy. And I probably didn't experiment quite a lot with it because I don't think it's really my thing. It's a weird one because I can appreciate the art and the technical art form that goes into calligraphy, but I'm just not a fan. I don't know. I just can't get into it. I enjoyed my little set and playing around with that, and I think that was really fun. I feel like there's rules involved in writing with calligraphy, and I'm not particularly a massive rule person. Like, going into my mind, when I'm thinking about like a creative process or like an art process or something, I feel rules hinder creativity. And that's my own personal opinion. And it was the same when I used to do like painting and I was getting taught underpainting. Same with drawing when I was getting taught life drawing and I would have to use that pencil thing. You know, when you do something with the pencil to figure out scale. And you know what? I used to do this. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I didn't know what I was measuring, what I was looking at, because it just went in one ear and out the other. And I used to do this and then draw and do that, do some more drawing. I didn't know what I was doing. And the teacher would come along and explain, oh, you're doing whatever you're doing to measure the thing, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, and then you can get the measurement right there. Okay, that, yeah, I get it. And then I would do it. I wouldn't have a clue what I'm doing. I would just make it up. So for someone like me, rules when it comes to creative processes, they don't mix together. They don't go together. Other people will be completely different to me. Other people will love a set of rules and need that kind of step-by-step guide in order to create something and need the rights and wrongs of how to do something. But for me, I like to just go. Think of me as like a plastic bag in the wind. That's kind of my vibe. I like to be the plastic bag, just floating around and doing what I want to do. I think that's kind of a good metaphor. It also doesn't make any sense at all. I'm just completely talking out my ass. If you know what I'm talking about, then that's how I feel about calligraphy. But I can also really appreciate it. So thank you very much, Nigel, for suggesting I try this. I'll be honest, I'm never going to try it again, I don't think. But if you did enjoy this little calligraphy video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. And let me know as well down in the comments if you do calligraphy a lot and you do it all the time and stuff. Like, why do you do it? What's the goal? Is it an aesthetic thing? Is it like a formal writing thing? Do you do it for the creative side, or do you do it for the technical side? Or do you do it for both? And do you enjoy it? I guess some people do. Some people must enjoy it, otherwise they wouldn't do it, would they? Basically, what I've learned today is that people are very different. I've also just realised that Christmas will have just been when this video comes out, because I'm recording videos obviously beforehand. So I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. Didn't even talk about that. Don't know where I'm at today. Too busy focusing on the calligraphy. But I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas if you obviously celebrate Christmas. You might have potentially got a lovely calligraphy set. I hope you enjoy it more than I did. And I'll see you on Friday for a brand new video. I feel kind of bad I'm not shitting on calligraphy. I feel like I've really shat on calligraphy today, but I haven't. It's just not my kind of thing.